What is going on, guys? This is the Poke Tea Time podcast, where we serve you up a cup of the hottest takes on what's going on in the Pokemon community. I'm NotShivam, and this is my co-host, Yizzy Pokemon. What is going on, man?
Not much, dude. Just chilling like a villain, you know.
Feeling like a villain.
Nothing much. Got done with jujitsu, and I was gonna go to the night class, but I went there, and it was actually started at 7, so I was like, or it started at 6, and I got there kind of late, so I was like, yeah.
That's not bad. That's not
New.
bad. I like that cup.
Thanks, man. It says Yizzy Pokemon on it. Come on, focus. Whatever. It says Yizzy Pokemon. My sister made it. My sister's a good person. She
really
supports
cool.
my streams.
Yeah, you have a lot of cool bottles. But tonight's topic, why do Pokemon cards still keep falling in price? Why is everything crashing? Is it time to panic? Well, we're going to answer those questions for you here in a few. So just sit back, relax, get some popcorn, get some tea, get any sort of other beverages that you may like, and just enjoy the show. So, our last episode was Thursday.
Cue the intro. You didn't cue our intro thing that we made? I gave it to you. Where is it?
Did you dead ass just send me an
Dang,
intro?
you're dropping the ball, dude. I sent you a message. I said the video's ready. Make sure you have it set up.
Oh, okay. Well, whoops. Shiv slacking.
Anyways.
Shiv slacking. No, yeah, we had a crazy episode. We had a crazy episode Thursday. You know, we got hit with some crazy comments in the comment section. Not crazy. I think everyone's opinion was definitely me. Well, me. Mostly me. I got a lot, dude. I got ripped a new one. It was like
roast Shiv. He was wrong episode. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was Shiv's wrong for once. Well, one of the many times. Let's go ahead and rip him a new one. And honestly, I think everyone's comments were definitely valid in their own right. You know, I think a lot of people were saying like, "Hey, Shiv, like you're not being objective. Like, how can you be super objective against scalpers and a collectibles guru, and obviously not your friends?" And it's like, well, damn. Like, yeah, you guys have a point. Like, I should have been more objective. And as a content creator, as someone who's in this space, I'm more than happy to learn. You know. I'm not, again, it's something that I thought was definitely another humbling experience. But yeah. What are your thoughts, Yizzy?
So, about that. Let's just dig into the deep of this topic. Is it time to buy? Is it time to buy the stuff you've been wanting for a while, whether it be modern, whether it be vintage? The stuff in your mom's basement? I don't know. What do you think? Huh?
I don't know. What you think?
Hello?
What you
still
thinking?
There?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
It's looking bad. It's looking bad. I'm about to leave this hobby. We're experiencing a little bit of lag right now on the podcast side of things. Let me see if it'll. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I just had a snowstorm come through here, so I don't know if it's because of this. Let's see. Yeah, it's lagging bad.
Dang. Check your speed test.
It is bad.
Is it bad?
I think so. It's in the red for a... Now it's in the orange. Okay, we're good. We are good. We are officially good. All right. Okay, now we're not good. We were good for a second, and now we're not good.
Fine on my end. Oh, yeah, I'm getting good upload speeds. Yep.
Oh, there we go. We are good.
421
We're good.
megabits
We're
per
good. We're good. Yeah, so a lot of cards are going down in value, if not all of them. Um, I think, yeah, I very much think it's time to buy the cards that you're wanting. You know, I think we're in a good spot if you're a collector. If you're someone who is playing the TCG, Yizzy, by the way, we're echoing on your end. But if you're someone who's playing the TCG, I very much believe that this is the right spot, for collecting the cards that you want to buy for play. Um, part I think the question is like, why do cards keep falling in value? Yizzy, like, why do you think cards are still falling in value?
Why are they falling in value?
Yeah, what is your hot take on why
I'm
they keep
trying to
falling in
think of
value?
like ways that I mean, I think we're just caught up now, you know? Like I hate to say like, oh, like the demand is falling, like what must go up, what goes up must come down. I'm trying to think outside of the box of like why this is. Um and Pokemon adding more facilities to print these cards,
Hmm.
but I kind of see Pokemon maybe start backpedaling a little bit to start regulating the waves and regulating how much they're outputting because it's looking a little grim right now with you're seeing booster dollars, $90 chilling rain, battle styles. I think the only one that's kind of up there is evolving skies.
Hmm.
It's still about 120 price, you know. We got to a point where Vivid Volt is 200 and $250 and they're like 110, 120 as well.
Yeah.
So I think Pokemon will start regulating how much they like output and try to get those that demand a little up there. It's like you're either like there's this awkward pause or you're just like looking at me.
Oh no, like it's the stream is lagging and then it's like not lagging, then it's lagging, then it's not lagging. But we're just gonna go through with it. No, in my honest opinion, I think it's just a loss of interest. Um, there's just so many different things these days. A lot of people coming into Pokemon specifically to make money. There's nothing wrong with that. But we saw a lot of people come into this space wanting to make money, and then obviously their interest started slowly dying out, and people saw other opportunities to make more money. Um, and that's what people are capitalizing on at the moment, whether it's NFTs or different TCGs, um, other other things as a whole. I think people are kind of um, trying to get into it. But yeah, so, sorry guys if I am lagging. I don't know what the stream is, but yeah, I think for the most part, most people are kind of burnt out. It's kind of interesting if you honestly think about it. Like, I know a lot of people in here have been following us for quite some time now, who have been watching the podcast for quite some time now. If you guys remember, we go back to April of last year. We had Jarvis Johnson on the podcast, right? And we were talking about if Pokemon is about to hit a bear market, right? And we called it out at that time. We even have videos of stating in April that the Pokemon bubble is popped that far in advance. So that's one time where Shiv and Yizzy were right. That's one time. But no, yeah, I mean, like, the thing is that I just think that we've kind of sort of seen everything that could have potentially increased awareness around the hobby, and it didn't do that. Whether it was
Mhm.
Pokemon Save the World, whether it was Logan Paul, whether it was, there's so many different things that could have brought more people back into this space, and I just think we saw it, and it didn't really do much.
That's true. Like, if there was anything that was tried or that we would even think about doing, like it's it's been out there, you know, and
Mm-hmm.
it didn't make a huge spike. I don't think anything Logan Paul did this year spiked the market. I don't think anything like saved the world or anything necessarily spiked the market. And I don't know if that was their intentions, right?
Yeah, I
To
mean,
cause another one of those perfect storms.
yeah, I mean, if anything, last week, with Logan's video, that could have definitely killed some interest too. We saw what happens when you potentially buy a fake box. Like let's say you're a normal collector and you buy a fake box, you're screwed. You're not Logan Paul who gets their money back. Like you just don't get your money back. You're just one of the very many. You're just one of the very few people, or actually not even few, one of the very many people that gets scammed on a regular basis in this hobby. And it kind of highlighted that to a lot of people that there is risk in this space outside of being able to hold speculative inventory where it may go up or it may go down, and right now it's just going down in value. It's just it's one of those things where now I think there's probably a lot less, and I think there's just a lot more people that are just not interested in Pokemon as much anymore, just because of last week's video.
Yeah, I think you're right on that, where that may cause a disinterest in Pokemon. Imagine you opening, it doesn't even have to be a first edition box. You could open, like, you just bought a Fusion Strike or a Vivid Voltage box and it was fake. Or
Mm-hmm.
imagine you thinking Hidden Fates or Shining Fates had its own booster box and you bought one of those $40 ones on eBay and you get it back and you've been duped.
Mm-hmm.
We're all duped. We can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
You've been duped, and that doesn't want you to collect anymore. It doesn't. It
Nah.
has like a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah, it leaves like what was this magical experience for you as a child, and then being scammed kind of taints that entire experience as a whole. And it's like, man, I don't want to deal with this. Like, if this what happens, then I don't want to be a part of this. Um,
Yeah.
and it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Um, yeah, I like part of the reasons why I think the market just keeps falling is just because for those specific reasons, like there's just a loss of interest and it's just massive. Um, does that make it viable for you now? Like, do you think that it's going to continue to fall? And if so, like, are you waiting for that point where it kind of levels out before you buy back more Pokemon product or Pokemon cards for that matter? Or you're just seeing this opportunity right now to buy like more inventory for sales or cards that you would like to buy? Like I know you're not actively trying to buy a specific card right now, but are there cards that are starting to like pique your interest just a little bit because of the current market that you're like, oh wow, if it goes any lower, I might actually buy this?
Not at the moment. At the moment, what I'm working on is my distribution license, so I'm
No,
not
I'm
really
just saying,
worried
like
about.
hypothetically speaking, like if you're paying attention to certain cards right now, like if there's any card out there, I know you're all about wanting the Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny, like are you wanting to buy it right now, or are you more content with waiting it out and just sort of just sort of seeing where it goes before actually buying it? Like, does the price right now of the card entice you to want to buy it?
I see what you're saying. It's so hard to answer because that's not what my mind's on. I guess that's
Mm,
what I'm trying to get
that makes
at.
sense.
That's not what I'm focused on. I'm focused on becoming a distributor for Pokemon, which we got accepted today. I don't know if I told you, but we got accepted today. So we got accepted into Alliance.
You hear that,
Um,
guys? You hear that, guys? He is officially a full blown scalper.
so I will be selling sealed Pokemon products, Rob and I, in the future. But as far as that, not at the moment, man. I hate to say it because that's like the topic of this podcast
Well, I can speak on
in a
my behalf.
point. But
Um,
I would like to divert that into you talking about these certain events that could revive the Pokemon community from this so-called crash or bubble busting or whatever you want to call it. So, Brilliant Stars, right? How do you see it playing off, and how do you see it not necessarily reviving the market, but maybe the demand within the Pokemon community? Because Logan Paul, like, all he does is kind of bring new buyers or new sellers or new people that had that nostalgic feeling in a while that want to come back. But we're seeing a
mm,
loss in demand in the community within itself. So will Brilliant Stars revive that aspect of the community?
I don't think the community has gotten any smaller. I don't think so. I think the people that were pretty fresh to this community either did their thing and they left, or they're still involved. I personally believe that there's more people in this community than, let's say, spring of 2020. There's just a lot more people here. Um, so I don't think the community has gotten any less, like any smaller for that matter. But as far as events go, I can't
I
think
think
of
it's gotten smaller. I think there's a lot of people that show disinterest in the Pokemon community and either have taken a break or just have that amount of like distaste, like like celebrations here again, or like I'm not worried about Fusion Strike. I'm gonna skip that set. Like
mm,
I hear that so much now. It's pretty ridiculous.
um see the reason why you might so the reason why I say that the community hasn't gotten any smaller whatsoever is simply because of the fact that um there's just more people. Prices aren't where they were a year and a half ago, right? Now I will say commerce itself, the act of buying and selling Pokemon cards, isn't quite happening like it used to be because obviously grading services aren't fully functional. If people, let's say hypothetically speaking, there was a bunch of cards, right? And you have a bunch of cards, you want to get it graded. Let's say the cost of grading $7 a card. You're gonna grade cards all day, every day, just to be able to resell. I think that's like the safest aspect of it. Another reason why I think just people are kind of burnt out per se is what Jeff the Ref said. Just a lot of people are just buying up sealed product and it's just kind of sitting on their shelves, and they're hoping that it's gonna accrue value, and it might, but there's just so much of that product overprinted to where, um, it's not the rate of increase isn't going to justify itself with the rate of inflation. It's not going to do really well in that regard. So I think like a lot of people are just kind of stuck with a bag, and that's part of the reason why they're only still participating in the Pokemon community, because they're trying to get rid of said bag, or slabs for that matter. It's like, hey, I spent thousands of dollars to grade these cards at a really really low value, and now like I'm just stuck with it. So like I kind of just had to like sit with it and slowly sell it.
Yeah, you hit a good point. I didn't think about that. And David Kim is kind of reiterating it too.
Mm,
Like I didn't think about that phase because the community has never been through a phase where it just spikes and everything's profitable and everybody's making money and stuff like this. People that are catching up now are going through the phases of like, if I hold on to this, like wishful thinking, like this could be like what it used to be in 2019, 2020, right? And saying like, oh, this box that I paid, $20 for, it could be $100. Or this booster box of Vivid Voltage that I bought, it could be $300. So I'm gonna hold on to it. Like nobody thought like that back in post 2019, all the way dating back to 2015.
mm.
Nobody thought they would hold on to an evolution box and it'd be $1,000 that they bought for $70.
I mean,
Yeah, and
I
so
have
like we're going through like their P's and Q's of like phases of post COVID era of Pokemon community. It's funny kind of thinking
yeah,
about it,
I think collectors, and like this collector slash investor hybrid of people, or people who are trying to people who do make a living off of this hobby. I like right now is really a testing ground. Like this is a test. Like
That's good.
how much lower is this stuff gonna go before I was before you start saying like, hey, I might need to like actually sell this stuff. Um, you know, that's something that a lot of people I think are gonna I think some people are already considering it, but I think some of us, like myself, I haven't really started to question it because even with all the corrections that have happened in this space, I'm still very much okay. Because again, it comes down to the point of entry, right? Like, let's say you're that person that bought an Evolutions box for $70, then you're Gucci. You're still
Yeah.
Gucci.
Mm.
Whereas like let's say you're that guy that bought. Let's say you're that person that bought that Evolutions box off of me on eBay for $1,000. You're screwed. You're screwed.
Mm.
There's
Yeah.
just so much. There's just so much product out there, and it's one of those things where, um, people are just kind of people got burnt. I will say that the fact like as great as the
Burnt or
rise
burnt
was
out?
for Pokemon, both
Mhm.
both both like burnt out and burned. Like you have people who are part of this hobby who just kind of got tired of not being able to find product and then just got burnt out with it, or the fact that there's
Mhm.
just a new set every single time, and it's like, man, like why do I feel that why should I have to like buy sets every single quarter just to be part of a community? And I think a lot of people, feel like, just to be part of the community, you kind of have to buy product. And I feel like that's the mindset. That's a dangerous mindset to have, but I know that's the case for a lot of people.
Hmm.
And when I say burnt, I mean like people who bought product are burnt. And that's not necessarily just scalpers. Yeah, definitely mean scalpers for sure. But what I'm talking about is like the people who bought cards for the purpose of getting graded, and then all those services just shut down, and those cards became worth a lot less than where you actually bought it from. Like, people got burnt. If you're one of those people that invested heavily into Pokemon Slabs in 2021 for the sake of selling it for a lot more, then you got burnt. That's if you were to sell it, though. Like, some people are selling cards for less than what they paid for, and that's essentially getting burnt.
Yeah, that's crazy that like Fusion Strike booster boxes have duds.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I've opened enough, and they it seems like a cool set to me. So, vintage is still fine. Is vintage still fine?
I guess it just comes down to where you like your port of entry is. Again, like for me, like toys are still doing great. They're still strong. I think I think niche Pokemon items are very, very strong because you come down to a very, very small community that is wanting to pay for that kind of stuff. And in this case scenario, it just comes down to it just comes down to those products and the interest that are that the interest that's there for it. So like, any of these toys will still have or still demand a significant amount of value, if not more than what I paid for, way more. Whereas cards, it just kind of comes. It just depends on when you bought it and how much you spent on it.
I would be so upset, King. That sucks. Yeah.
Fusion
Evolving
Strike
size singles are still holding value. I can see that.
So here's back on certain people joining the podcast again, or are they ghost? As far as people coming onto the podcast, we're still waiting. I even sent out a message to Rattle if he wanted to join the podcast, just because like I want to give like you guys an opportunity to know who Rattle Pokemon is. But he wasn't really interested at all. Nothing wrong with that. If you're watching this, we would love to have you on the podcast just to kind of pick your brains and see who Rattle Pokemon is, how long you've been here.
Hey, not interested? Sheesh.
I'm definitely interested. Oh, you're saying he's not interested? Yeah, I mean, like, he didn't give a yes or no. He just kind of read my message and saying like, hey, he took the screenshot that I put up like a couple of days before New Year's, and it's like, hey man, like, it wasn't an insult towards you. Like, people were saying that I should apologize to Rattle. I will admit that I'm wrong, but I didn't insult his character. I didn't insult who he is as a person. I didn't make fun of him, so I don't really see a real rhyme or reason to apologize to someone. It's just I had a different opinion. I was wrong.
So why do you what other reasons do you think prices of Pokemon keep falling?
I don't know. I when I saw your title, I immediately, like, when I was thinking about making certain thumbnails, part that I want to kind of clip out is like, are Pokemon cards the new Beanie Babies?
No, you think too far ahead.
No, but that's a good title. It's a good clickbait title.
It's good to talk about, but I don't know about clickbait. I wouldn't click it. If you want to be honest.
Wouldn't? I think a lot of people would.
I wouldn't click it. I mean, that's lame. I don't want to talk about Beanie Babies.
No, I'm just saying, like, because of the hype that are involved with Beanie Babies that we saw.
Oh no, I get your analogy. I just wouldn't click it.
I think that's just you. I think a lot of people would. Like, people outside of the hobby would definitely click on it.
No, I don't want you to start comparing Pokemon with Beanie Babies.
No more stimulus. People just running out of spending money. I think, that's another big thing. I think economically, there's just a lot of other variables outside of Pokemon that are kind of affecting Pokemon itself. Like, the economy isn't that great right now, and so
let's talk about cars. The cars are like higher than S&Ps and stuff like this right now. Like, the demand for cars and the percentage of like it's insane. I was reading this article and I saw it, but I didn't finish it. I was like, that's crazy. Invest in cars. No, I'm just kidding.
Did we hear about backyard breakers? Yeah, so like we
Can you go over that? I didn't watch the video. Somebody sent me a 20-minute
video. I watched card porn kind of talk about backyard breaks, and we've seen backyard breaks at a couple events that we've went to. You know, I saw them in Tampa at Collectors Con. We saw them in Collecticon in Houston. It's a group of guys that work together. I know one of our buddies, like Poke Auctions, was working with them, but he doesn't anymore.
Okay, what did they do, man? Stop beating around the bush. I hate when you do this.
I'm kind of.
I don't care who they are. Just tell me what they did.
Oh
What
well,
did they do?
they pulled a Kaboom card, a gold Kaboom card, and
How many brothers and sisters do they have, Chef?
Huh?
Do they have siblings? Where do they live? How old are they?
I think they're kind of around our age. Anyways, there is.
What kind of car do they drive?
I don't know, but anyways, it was a gold Kaboom card, and they said they were gonna give it away, but they ended up not giving it away. You know, like I guess it's worth 5 to 6, no, yeah, 4 to 5 figures alone. Like it's a very expensive card. I don't know all the details. Like I've heard them being like I've heard one case like they're being racist. It's just one of those things where, some people were blaming me for my association with backyard breaks. And I'm like, wait, how am I involved with backyard breaks? They're like, oh, you're friends with
like what I guess I'll go watch the video. So do you know like all the details of it, like the giveaways, how it worked?
No, they said they were going to give it away, and then they didn't, and they kind of backtracked, and they were being wishy-washy because of it.
And then they said like instead of giving away, we're gonna like donate it, like donate the proceeds.
Yeah, and they just didn't do that either.
So you don't know the complete details. I need to watch it, but it's a big controversy, man. 20 to 24K.
Yeah. Oh, that's the price of the gold Kaboom card. Yeah, gold, like Fat Man. Sports cards are worth a lot. It's like it makes Pokemon look like a chump change.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's one of those things where it's like, I had some guy blaming me for it's like, oh, Shiv, your credibility's booty hole now because you're involved with backyard breaks just because I shouted out Bailey from Live Poke Auctions. I'm like, wait, how? They were like, oh, Live Poke Auctions is associated with backyard breaks. I was like, no, he's not. He's his own separate entity. Like he might have done
that
work
actually
with
happens
him
a lot in Pokemon too.
Yeah,
like what happened?
Oh yeah, what you're saying, yeah.
No, not in Pokemon, but in sports. My buddy's been sending me all these stuff like these small time. No, I wouldn't say small time, but like new breakers in a Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in sports, they'll pull a card like a signature 1-for-1, and then this guy he showed me a video. He was like, "Oh, guys, it's stuck together," but everybody was freaking out because they could tell.
Too. Yeah.
And then he like he's like, "Guys, I can't get it together. Give me a second. It's a little sticky." And then he was like fixing it and putting like old cards, like cards that like he put to the side, and then showing it, and everybody's like, "Bro, no, that was a 1-for-1. Like that was a rare card." Because he started freaking out.
Yeah, he took it off camera. Yeah, that happens a lot in the break, not sports, in the breaking side of things, like just breaks in general. Like it would not surprise me. Yeah, it would not surprise me if it happened in a Pokemon break. Like I remember getting tagged or told on TikTok that the people that because like. Believe it or not, breaking on TikTok is huge, like really, really big. It's absolutely crazy how many people get in terms of views. Like Robo Skills get tons of views, Goat Breakers get tons of viewers, like live viewers, and these
Goat Breaker breaks on live there.
He did one last night, but he doesn't do it too often.
Like, is that a lot? Is that a bigger like? Is that bigger than Whatnot? Breaking on TikTok.
Maybe. I mean, you're getting an assload of views, dude. It's crazy.
And the customer base is huge.
Yeah. But like you don't understand,
Robo was telling me the specifics of it, and I'm like, why would you even break on like no offense to Whatnot, but like why would you break on Whatnot? Because he was getting like the average amount of people on a Whatnot stream is probably like 30, 40, and if you're like the top dog, you'll get 100, and if you get featured, you'll get 100. People on there get like 800 people watching them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes 1,000.
Don't forget the fact that if you're streaming on TikTok, you're not having to pay that 10.9%.
Yeah, just the 2.9% from PayPal.
Yeah. And so like it just, I guess like part of the reason why they're on Whatnot is simply because of the fact that Whatnot offers that aspect of connections. You have all the people that are involved with Whatnot. If you're one of the big guys at Whatnot, you're talking to all these bigger people. It's like Travis with all the major TikTokers. Shout out to Going Twice.
Right.
It's like Bailey with Blake Martinez and Cassius Marsh. It's like it just comes down to all that. Like it's all about that. But like, yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people on TikTok that I was seeing just straight up scam people during their breaks, and it's like, wow, this is crazy.
On
Um,
Twitch too. My buddy, I'm not gonna name a name, but back when XY Evolutions, back when the Charizard was like a PSA 10, what did it go for? What was the 10K?
no, about 5 at max.
5K for the evolution?
Yeah.
Yeah. And we know the population's like 1-2% like throughout to get a 10, right? 1 to 2% because we're like,
It's like 3.5% to land a PSA 10.
right. And so we're like, you would have to open up 100 boxes. Hopefully each one of those boxes had a Charizard. Not only 100 boxes, you would also only 3 of them would get a 10, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And nobody has a capital to open 100 evolution boxes when they're at 1,000 a pop. So anyways, he bought one and it like the guy was like, "Oh, it's perfect centering. There's no scratches, print lines of what it's known for." And then all of a sudden, he never got it. Like he never got the card. The guy was like, "Oh, dude, I'm sorry I lost it," and all this stuff. And it's like, "How did you lose my Charizard?"
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, but I can send you a different one. Like I have one of my own collection or something like that. I can send you mine. Of course he's gonna send him like one that has print lines and that's OC, like off-centered in a way, or has with that lip thing that XY evolution happens, you know? And so, man, that kind of sucked. That's what happens when cards get to a certain value that you just don't want to give like the original card when it comes to like rare cards.
Yeah. And I mean, like that's part of the reason why like I see some people who want to go and whatnot too, because there's a level of protection. But yeah, I mean, like with the whole backyard breaks thing, I just think it's crazy. You know, I had someone just get mad at me. It's like, oh Shiv, you're promoting LPA like Poke Auctions, who were once friends with backyard breaks, and so I'm like, these guys are wild. Tyler
So are they
Bird,
blacklisted?
I don't know, man. I think there's like you have to understand like these guys have a large following on Instagram and on TikTok. Dude, if they screw someone over, it's like one of those situations where like it's like a celebrity. If a celebrity screws someone over, they're still gonna be fans of them. Like the whole aspect of canceling someone has kind of lost merit or value. Simply because of the fact that we just throw the word cancel around so often, and so nothing's gonna happen to him. It's gonna be swept underneath a rug. Tyler Bird, I'll see you at Collecticon in LA, buddy.
Dang, Pokey Lance, we've been talking about it for the past 30 minutes. Where you been, man?
Yeah, man, need a rewind. Hit that rewind button.
No, we can expand more on Brilliant Stars and like speculate because that's all it is.
How much
That's
do
all
you
we're
think the
gonna do.
Charizard's gonna sell for?
Like everybody should know, when these cards release, right? It's always gonna go down, man. It's always gonna go down. It's always gonna be like $300-$400. The next, okay, we'll just use the last set celebration. It was what, 200? It's $85 now. It's like $300 for a complete master set of. Let me look it up on eBay. A master set of celebrations right now you can buy for about $300.
That's cheap.
Huh?
That's cheap.
That's crazy.
You might actually be able to buy the individual cards for a lot cheaper, honestly. Like that just might be the fact that it's like an actual master set. But like if you're just trying to be lazy and just buy the binder as is, like the actual set itself, then yeah. But if you wanted to like buy the
best offer right now. Let's look at sold.
but
I'm sorry. It's $217. My bad. It's $217. It's 100, and that includes the promos. Cheese and crackers, guys.
Did you see the story about how
all
the guy?
These boxes you have to buy.
Shut up.
Buy.
Just shut up.
What? Let me finish, Chef. These boxes. Never mind. I don't want to finish. You just kill my mood.
I was gonna say, like, did you see the story about the guy that like apparently the Pokemon community got together and got the guy who stole the brand new Charizard? Did you see that story? You're on your phone?
Huh? What? Sorry, I'm doing a little more important things right now.
Man, you bet. If there better be a woman on that side of the phone, because that's the only way I'm gonna accept it.
No, I'm texting Kang. I'm replying to Kang.
Oh. Man, Kang, come on, man. The only time you should be distracted at that length should be a woman. Okay.
All right, back to it, guys. $200 right now. You can get the. They're gonna give you top loaders with it. All the promos. They're gonna give you the binder. What the heck? That's crazy. For $217, master set along with the promos. Wait a minute. Do you get that gold card from the Celebrations UPC too? Because that's a no. Okay, that would have been a little crazy if that included the gold cards. But yeah, pretty crazy, guys. $200. I didn't make a video on that. Y'all think I should make a video on that? $200 for a master set? Get out of here. That costs. You could buy 4 boxes of Celebration ETBs. All right, I need a poll right now, guys.
This guy's straight up.
Would you rather have 4 Celebrations ETBs and open the packs, or a master set with all the promos too? Right now.
Okay.
Ooh,
speaking of which, let's go back to what we were talking about. Did you see
4
the guy?
ETBs
Okay.
or a master set right now, chat? What
did you see what happened to that guy that stole the Charizard early from Brilliant Stars?
No, what happened?
Apparently, like, the Pokemon community came like all together, and they found out like where he actually worked. Like, the guys from like Durham, North Carolina, like they did, like the Pokemon community did their own, like basically they pulled a rattle and did their investigative research onto this guy. Found out that he got it from a facility in Durham, tracked it back to the actual manufacturing facility, and then got the guy in trouble. And I'm like, holy cow, that's crazy.
Dang, did he work there?
I think he bought it from someone that worked there. I think he bought. I can't remember the exact price, but I know for a fact that he bought it from someone that worked there, which is crazy.
And like, so, like, what was he charged with?
That I don't know. I just know that the Pokemon community caught him, red-handed.
Oh, dang, it can't be good.
Today's Impulsive episode, Logan Paul talked about his $3.5 million scam. Yeah, I need to watch it. Normally I'm like really caught up with Impulsive episodes, but I'm like behind by like two and a half episodes, maybe 3 episodes.
Let me ask you guys, because this is something that Shiv and I was also talking about. I like to get your input, all 22 y'all. Zuko, it's okay, buddy.
23 including Zuko.
Are y'all still interested in like the Logan Paul thing, like opinions on Logan Paul, or is that like old news to y'all?
I think
since y'all do.
I think so.
Go ahead. I'm not finished, but go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead, dude. No, you don't got anything to say? Cat got your tongue. Are y'all still interested in that news, or because y'all know that it's fake, it's like, all right, I'm moving on?
Yeah, do you guys believe that it's still worthy to talk about? That's something that like I've been trying to like figure out on my own. Like, since we know that it's open, like what more can we talk about unless there's any more new news to actually talk about, to expand on? Like, we know, like, what we know is what we know. What I thought I knew is what I thought I knew. A lot of people are still saying like, Shiv, you should talk about what was discussed with you and Jacob.
Yeah. Did he just get like slap on a wrist? He said they have an idea of who did it. Oh, that's good news. Yeah, the follow up of it, right? Because the follow up is like, who scammed? Who actually made that box? Now, if anybody can make a video of that,
they're saying. Well, Rattle didn't he? Like, he said, yeah, he's Micah or Pokey Butler.
Like, he has no proof of that.
But
for
I mean,
all
like,
we
knowing
know,
him,
that box could have been replicated 10, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, and that's why it has the wear and tear, right? Because it's truly wear and tear. It wasn't fabricated. It wasn't, somebody didn't grab the box and start scraping it. It truly was wear and tear over 10 years. I don't know. It's a 10-year-old box, possibly 10-year-old faked box.
I'm definitely interested to see how things play out with PSA and BBCE. I know like this whole thing like just kind of ruined BBCE, but what a lot of people don't know is that BBCE is underneath Collectors Universe and PSA is associated with it. Um, and it's how they grade and authenticate packs. So like that's underneath a lot of scrutiny right now at the moment. Um, I'm very interested to see like all the details come out fully. A lot of people were asking like Shiv, like what were the things that you were being told to what led you believe that hey, the case might be real. Well, I don't want to talk about it. Um, I would much rather have the full details come out eventually, and I know it will. The people that are involved, like with the case being fake and me being wrong, the people that are involved, all those details are going to come out eventually, sooner or later, maybe. We know that, there's probably going to be some level of court involved with it. Um, what are you smirking at? Did a girl message you?
Why is it always gotta be? Why is it? What if I got a deal on some Pokemon cards, man? Why is it always
No,
gotta be?
because I know that smile. I had that smile like a couple of weeks ago.
Maybe this man a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Shut up.
I had a girl send me some boudoir pictures, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I got distracted,
Um,
and you were like,
what were you talking about before that?
exact, dude, that was 100% a girl, 100% a girl.
What
Yizzy,
are you? What
be
are you talking
honest,
about before that?
be
Nah,
honest.
Logan Paul. Whatever. I'm interested. Oh, okay. Authenticated part of PSA. There's still two different entities, right? Like, yes, they're under the universe or whatever you're talking about, but there's
I
a
hate you so
reason one's
much.
called BBCE and one is called PSA.
This guy's acting like I didn't had an entire spiel, and he got distracted by a girl. I know for a fact he got a girl.
I'm go barking. I'm kind of scared. Zuko!
Yizzy
Should I take my
definitely, Yizzy definitely got distracted by a girl, 100%. Probably got on Instagram, saw a pretty girl, was like,
No, my dog is whining. Hold up. Live.
Oh yeah, Yizzy, how you been pushing P?
What?
Pushing P.
Huh?
Pushing P.
Oh, what is that? I don't understand it.
So like, pushing P. Let's have a little lesson here, guys. Pushing P. It's like when someone buys a card off of you, and you pack it really well, and you put an extra card in there just as like an extra thank you, and you send it out, and they're absolutely happy about it. That's P. What's not P is selling a card and saying that it's near mint condition, but it turns out to be heavily played. That's not P at all. Or pushing P, like P is like, hey Yizzy, you know, you have a girl, and I'm gonna respect that boundary, But not keeping it P is me going up to that girl and hitting on that girl, knowing that you and that girl are dating. That's not P. Pushing P.
So P, what does P stand for?
Bro, if you didn't understand it, then that's not P.
I don't understand it.
And
It's
that's not
not
P.
P. So like cool. Wait, what's P, dude? I'm so confused.
Dude, if you still haven't understood it, then that's not P.
So it's not Pokemon. It has nothing to do with Pokemon.
Bro. Guys, chat, Yizzy's not P.
Apparently not. What is P, dude?
I just told you, man.
Okay. So like it seems like the word cool, like you could use it in the place of the word like cool or not cool. Like
Dude, if
you
I had
don't,
to explain this to you one more
heavy
time, then you're not P.
It's like it's heavy play, but you said it was near mint, not cool. But you you gave me a card and you packed it well. That's cool. So you can replace it with cool. Yeah.
Man, if I had to explain myself again, then that's not P.
That's not cool.
It's not P, man.
It's not cool, man.
No, you haven't got it yet. Anyways,
Yeah.
Yizzy ain't pushing P, guys.
I'm not cool. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, P power. Ghost knows the deal. Ghost knows the deal. Yizzy, have you been talking to any ladies as of late? Be honest. Be honest.
I have not.
You're lying. You're lying. You're lying.
I swear.
100% you're lying. I know you're
100%
lying.
I have not. I'm gonna be rich on Valentine's Day.
I mean, I am too, but that doesn't mean I ain't talking to girls.
Huh?
I said I am too, but that doesn't mean I'm not talking to girls.
Saving all that money, you know what I'm saying? You got a lot of flowers to buy, don't you?
No, I'm not dating no one.
A lot of Valentine's gifts to buy for them ladies.
I did last year.
Did you? Yeah,
Yes.
dude. Shiv, like when he's in a relationship, he's a full-on simp. The biggest simp. I take pride in how simp.
Hey,
Like,
that's
get.
P power. That's P power, man.
Like, no. It's like he like this dude is like it's that thing where he's like talking to the girl. Oh, what's that Keenan and Kyle episode? And I called her a B, and then like when he goes back, no, babe, I didn't call you that. I didn't call you that. You know what I'm saying? What you need? You need some water? Like I got you some water. Like, and then he'll go back and he'll be like, that girl a B. You said that? Yeah, I said that. In reality, no, you didn't say it.
Yizzy's definitely talking to a girl.
What?
You were 100%
Somebody...
are talking.
No, we need to click that. We need to click that P thing up.
Oh, what is pushing P?
Yeah. Who started the pushing P? That's stupid.
Gunna, man.
Who's DN?
These nuts. They got me. Alex got me. Alex got me. Nice. Who's
Alex
DN?
got you? Alex
These
Hodges?
nuts. No, Alex Hodges is not here. Read the chat, you moron.
Oh. Dang, got him.
Is there going to be a Valentine's PokeZ time? Let me see.
Does it fall on Valentine's Day?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, it doesn't. It's Tuesday.
It doesn't. We'll do the day after.
What's up, Michael Smith?
We'll do the day after. That
Should we?
Heartbreak
Okay.
Central.
Other question, since we have like most of the people in here.
We're now
How do y'all
banter.
feel about the what?
It's banter time, my guy.
Okay, can I ask one more question? One serious question. I really need help. I need a chat to really help here.
Yes.
How does this time help out with everyone? Like at 8 Central Time. Do y'all wish it was later where y'all are settled in more, or is this like the perfect time for y'all? Like an hour earlier or an hour later or like 2 hours later to help out with Pacific? Let me know, chat.
I think
you know what?
I think Alex Hodges said our time works because he is on the West Coast. You fellas enjoy playing the TCG itself. Definitely adds some more love and excitement to Pokemon. To be completely honest with you, BMax, right? I actually used to play TCGO, very, very heavy back in 2019 and early 2020, but I just kind of stopped playing it because I got busy. And like if I'm gonna play any video games for that matter, I'd much rather play like Fortnite or League of Legends or Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Earlier.
Ooh. Look, I got a poll going. Heck yeah.
That's a first.
Go and vote, guys.
No, but wait, while that poll is going on, let's banter it up. So, are you jealous that you're not coming to Dallas in a couple weeks?
Huh?
Are you jealous that you're not coming to Dallas?
No.
Man, it'd be nice if Yizzy was there.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just been traveled out, man. You know? Wait, is this poll working?
I don't know.
I think it says yes or no. Oh, gosh.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hold on, let me fix it, guys. I'm sorry.
Dang. Yizzy disappointed, man.
In poll. I ended the poll.
I will be in Dallas, though. Pokemons, I will be in Dallas. I get there Friday morning. And
Hold on, I ended the poll. I'm going to create another one. Hold on.
Yizzy would go, but the thing is that these tickets, they're not... The issue is that these tickets are non-transferable. That's the issue. Otherwise, I would transfer my ticket to Yizzy. and then he and I would both be able to go. Yeah, I know. Yizzy wasn't in Tampa. Yizzy wasn't in Dallas. Last time I saw Yizzy was in October.
All right, there should be a new poll.
Candace voted. Yizzy.
What?
Candace voted.
Huh?
Candace voted.
Who's that? Oh, is that another? Oh, I should have added a vote where it was like in between, you know? Dang.
You should have put a time, like actual time.
Like- Wrong time logo. Wait, a time?
Like 8, 9, 10.
No,
What
it's just
day?
later in general.
think
I
people-
forgot the option of same time.
I think people will much
I don't know
rather have it
what all is going to be happening in Dallas. Like, are you going to be doing anything special?
Yes, but I already told you about it, but I don't think
Are
I'm
you allowed to say?
I don't
Oh
think
yeah,
so.
yeah. Don't say it. Yeah, I wouldn't say it. Oh, now you're gonna get the chat going. Oh, we got 31 people in here.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
Shiv can't talk about certain things. He has secrets.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
can't-
Shiv, you should never say that again. Don't ever like tease people where it's like, oh, I
it's
know
being
this,
honest,
but,
though.
like, I'm not allowed to say. I think that like we shouldn't do that anymore. You know,
No, that's just
Like,
being honest.
if we know something and like we can't say it, let's just not present that part of that information that we do know.
I think that's dumb. I dig today's time for
Yeah,
the pod. Thank you,
I
B-Max.
agree. I do think it's dumb to do that. Yeah. So let's not do it anymore.
No, like me simply saying like I can't talk about it. That's pretty straightforward. I can't say.
But isn't
That's
that
pretty straightforward.
contradicting? Because you are talking about it, just not that
You
specific
asked
thing.
me. You asked me if I'm doing anything special, and it's like I can't say.
I'm just saying, moving on forward. Like this includes me too, right? As Poke Tea time.
Yeah, but like for me, if like someone says something to me, like if you said Shiv, like this is something. No, I'm not hanging out with Vanilla Ice. Maybe the next Collecticon, myself and Yizzy will be hanging out with Vanilla Ice again. I think that's why Yizzy wants to kind of not sell
Yo,
stuff
I
because he
was
wanted to
so jealous. I was over there counting money instead of like
being on stage. Yeah,
being on stage. Yeah, and it wasn't even my money I was counting.
yeah, you were counting Austin's money.
I was counting Austin's money.
Yeah,
It was ridiculous. In 20s, he sold a box for $30,000.
how much did the Pokemon Popsicle box sell for? I don't know. I think just the empty box alone. I think it was listed for 2,000. I want to say it could have sold at 2,000. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's a
Vote,
pretty
guys.
expensive
Vote. Everybody wants it later right now. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, because it's mostly like West Coast people in here and Midwest and
Because
Central.
like if we talk about like we started at 8, that's like 6 o'clock for them. So they're either like on their way home or like
Well, if it's 9 here, on the East Coast, then it's 6 over there on the West Coast, which works out perfectly. That's what Alex said. Because we were doing it. If you remember, we were doing it at 8. No, we were doing it at 7 actually. And Alex had told us like, hey, if you guys could push it. People across the United States would be able to actually listen to the podcast. So I think us pushing it to 9 is still really solid. But
Go vote, guys. You can click up there.
West Coast is the best coast? I don't know about that. I kind of like Florida. But I haven't been to the West Coast yet, so I can't really say yet.
Yeah. Interesting. Because I wouldn't mind it being maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
If your parents would allow it. Because good old Shiv lives at home. Mama's boy Shiv. Hey, respect to you, man. If I wasn't, like, one thing that I don't regret, but a part of me does, is not staying at home until, like, I was ready to move out. Well, I was ready to move out, but, like, I put a down payment and all the bills. Like, I felt like, even though it is a long-term investment and, like, the price of like where I live now is definitely a lot more than I paid for it. I don't know. I could have put that to work. 6:30 Pacific time. Yeah, 6:30.
So then 9:30. That could work. I think 9:30 would be really solid. 9:30 Eastern.
There's 100% a lot more Pokemon collectors in the West Coast.
Yeah, I think the vast majority of collectors either come from Texas and Cali.
And I think Florida too.
Yeah, Florida there's a
It's
decent
kind
amount.
of like the major cities, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because
most of
like
the major
our
cities.
friends that are in these major cities, the amount of products that they push and vintage items that they get is absolutely ridiculous. I'm like,
Yeah,
how
like
do you
Donnie from Florida.
Donnie, Bugcatcher, freaking Cloud, and all these other people? I'm like, how do y'all get like 20 copies of like all these vintage items? Like it makes no sense. Like
Yeah.
somebody had like the vending series, like a complete box, the one that Radar has, but he had like 20 of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like, how do you
I
get
know.
that?
Donnie had that. South Florida Pokemon had multiple vending series stuff.
Yeah. But
It's
no, this
crazy.
was like a sealed, still in like what they put inside of the vending machine.
Yeah. No,
Like
that's what I'm talking
that.
about. That's what Donnie had.
Yeah.
Hey,
And my
bro, my
mom,
mom
no,
lives
no,
with me.
I
You got a
I
problem with
give
that, bro?
respect to people that like can still save at home. Like you're we're talking about saving over $1,000 in bills every month,
Mm-hmm.
bro. I'd be living it. But freedom has a cost, I guess, right?
Yeah, it does. And
Cheese and
sometimes I
crackers. That episode has 88K views
what episode?
from Rattle. Yeah,
Oh, that
insane.
episode. Yeah. Hey, I'm in it. I'm in a couple of them.
Do you know what's Do you know what's interesting? The
Yeah.
leaders of our Pokemon social media are not even like the information ones. There are people like Leonhardt. There are people like Real Breaking Nate. They don't talk about the drama. They don't talk about. So it leads me to believe drama is more of like a quick flip for views.
That's actually
That could
really
be talking about us too. I'm
yeah.
just saying. Like just analyzing it, like thinking about it internally.
Well, if you think about it for us specifically, yeah, of course it's a quick flip.
Well,
That's why
we're
we
a
do
podcast.
podcast based episodes every single week. And like for us, I don't think we're here to really attack anyone for that matter. I know we have I know I definitely attacked collectibles guru in the past.
You know that guy that was in the Logan Paul's video, that the first guy with the curly hair? That's the guy you attacked from our comments. You know that was him?
Who?
Or you got in trouble about like
Oh,
flexing numbers or something?
only Jay Fly or whatever his name is.
Yeah, that was
Okay, J
him,
Love.
right?
I
Yeah,
think
that was him.
so.
Yeah, he made it to Logan Paul's video. The two people that like, how are you always, guys? How is Shiv always tied into all this drama, dude? It's like you
Hey,
invite it, like you welcome
I'm a
it.
brown guy, man. What can I
Bro,
say, man?
it's not even like you don't deserve it, or like you inserted
Oh no, I
yourself into
definitely
those
deserve it.
situations.
Oh, I definitely deserve it. Don't get me wrong. I like if
No,
look.
no, but like how are you always inserting yourself? Like Rattle, you were in his video, and then like that brown hair guy, people made a video of you like whatever you did to him. Of
Yeah.
course, you reprimanded or reprimand, not reprimand, or you made up for like
Yeah.
all the wrongdoings that you had or that you did. But like, dang, dude.
Hey, man. I'm just me, man.
And you know who gets tied in with you? This guy. This guy.
I don't think you got tied in on this one.
YouTube videos.
You definitely did not get tied on.
Yizzy.
You did not get tied on anything from last week,
That's the story of Yizzy, man.
dude.
They're like,
you didn't get
"Poor
tied
old
with
Yizzy,
anything last
tied
week.
in with Shiv."
Hey, look, I'm not a perfect human being by any means. I make mistakes all the time.
Nobody's saying that. That's for sure.
I have an ego. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, I will say this: I am more than happy to always admit when I'm wrong.
Okay.
I am.
Yeah,
but historically speaking, my track record says it. Like if I'm wrong, I will publicly say, "Hey, I am wrong." I've done it every single time.
Right. But when does Shiv think he's wrong to admit it?
I said I have an ego, so never.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm wrong, when I think I'm wrong, I will admit it.
No, yeah, when I'm wrong, not when I think I'm wrong. When I'm actually wrong, I admit it. So if it's like, "Hey, Shiv, you're like 100% wrong about this." Hey, I admit it.
The difference between me and Shiv is I don't clap back. Like
I've been learning not to clap back.
No. And it's like if somebody has like true beef with me, it's like I'd rather see them, and then I would just give them gloves, and then I would put on my gloves, and that's the end of the story. Like
Shiv star, Keem
like,
star.
let's
I
just
like it.
get in a ring, dude. Like, or let's scrapple. That's why I'm learning jujitsu, Which I rolled with someone like a veteran today.
Was
I
it
did
was it
pretty
a
good.
guy? Was it a sweaty dude?
Yeah, it was. It was pretty good. Like
You
he
enjoyed
was
it?
passing guard and I was shrimping and
Oh,
I
shrimping.
swept him. I swept him. What I learned.
Oh,
Yeah.
you shrimped him and then you swept him.
Yeah.
Sounds
He
really
was
interesting,
good
man.
though. He was good though. He knew a lot.
He treat
I
you
could
right?
tell he was transitioning really well. But
Oh,
like I knew like just the basics that I have, because like a good foundation is what you really need.
doggy,
Right?
missionary.
But he definitely like the first part, like he definitely took my guard. Like we started half guard, he
Mm-hmm.
took full mount, and then he choked me out. I'm
Oh,
like,
he full mounted and choked you out.
yeah, he choked me out.
Was
Yeah.
that enjoyable?
Huh?
Was that enjoyable?
Was that enjoyable? No, it sucked.
So,
Getting choked out.
was it enjoyable for him though?
I felt useless, dude. Like absolutely useless.
Pretty
And
submissive.
then my buddy that started the same time with me.
Oh, there was another guy involved?
Yeah.
Oh,
And
damn.
then he started on top. And then he
Top.
got swept and ended up getting choked out like three times in a row. And I was
Choked
like,
out
"Dang,
3
dude."
times in a row? Like, how long
Yeah,
did
he
this
got
all
swept.
last?
He's huh?
How long did this
Dude,
last?
I was gassed out within like 30 seconds, like a minute. I think it was about a
Mhm.
minute.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. I swear, by the time when is that February? I'm gonna start doing 2-a-days at these jujitsu, and I'm gonna roll with you, man.
Hey,
I'll put you in all these. This is my goal. I'm like, I can't wait to roll with Shiv and grapple with Shiv. I just put you in all
yo,
these positions
pause.
you never thought you could be in.
Pause.
All them positions, every
Pause.
single one.
Pause. Hey, yo.
My nuts is gonna be all over your face, dude.
Pause.
Oh gosh.
No, I'm sort of the same way. In the sense of the fact that like dude, like I said before in the beginning of the podcast, like I looked at the comment section like right before the podcast started, and I literally was getting reamed in the comment section. I'm like, huh, nice. And a lot of them was like, oh hey, I appreciate your opinion. Thank you so much for watching the podcast. Dash Shiv. And I thought that was crazy.
Every time. That's what I told.
No, that's what I've been doing. I like dead ass. I've been doing it now. Like I'll have some people say like, "Oh, Shiv, you deleted comments off your Instagram post." Well, no, it's when I block people off of Instagram. When I block people on Instagram, it actually removes all the comments in a post automatically.
No,
So-
you got blocked.
It's like, yeah, no, you got blocked. I'm not here, removing your comments. It's Instagram removing your comments because I blocked you.
I'm down for a guest next week. Yeah, no, for sure, for sure.
I mean, I have gotten a hold of Pokeju. He's in the motions of it. So like, again, like I said before, like even though there's details that people are saying like, oh, Shiv, share the details. Well, those details they're gonna come out. Like this is stuff that is going to come out. Like, that's the thing about the truth. The truth is always gonna find its way out. And so in this case scenario, like with Michael, with Jacob, with all of them, whatever stuff that they have that's going on, who's being truthful and who's not being truthful, that all comes out. And that's kind of like why I've taken like a backseat approach to all this as of Thursday, as of Wednesday and Thursday, when the moment it got called fake, when it was stated that was fake and it was fake, it's like, well, hey, look, it's fake. Gary, yeah, I messaged Gary a couple of weeks ago. Actually, he was in the podcast on Thursday.
Gary would be good.
Yeah.
So like based off Juice's position, I think it's best for him to like not be around that type of like as content creators, nobody's perfect, especially if you go through like if you get bullied most of your life before you even did anything wrong, He got made fun of his weight. He got made fun of like his cars. He got made
that
fun
was
of
completely
everything,
uncalled
like,
for.
And so when you see something like this, it takes a toll on someone, especially if he's truly innocent, And you're innocent until proven guilty to a point on his end, right?
Mhm.
And so I wouldn't like jump on any type of like interviews or stuff like that because people are just gonna pick him apart for better lack of words,
Hey, I mean, like the thing is that the internet is a cruel place.
Yeah.
It really is. Bring Don Diego back. Yeah, we'll definitely have Laura on the podcast more often. She's always more than happy to be on our podcast.
Oh, we got 14 votes. All right, can we get 26 votes? Maybe, yeah. All you have to click is that Poke Tea time, and you can vote, guys. Vote.
Everyone loves Don Diego in this chat.
Bro, we get better. We had the most views and watchers when Don Diego was here.
Yeah, but I think that's mostly because of the drama that was happening.
Oh yeah, 100%. We had people that just probably.
What was our most amount of viewers that we had?
82.
Jesus, whoa, that is wild. That much.
That guy.
Yeah. Great guest.
Everybody
yeah,
loves Don Diego.
We're thinking we've been like in discussion. Like I've been having discussions with her in regards like her being part of the podcast, like as a third co-host. I think it adds that secret sauce that, myself and Yizzy, we make a good meal, but a good meal is only great if you have a secret sauce to it. So. And I just saw what Danny brought to the Shadowless podcast. Shadowless podcast was great, but Danny made it even better.
Yeah.
Just an extra piece of flavor.
Yeah.
Any matches on Bumble yet, Yizzy?
So in the poll, it looks like people like
later.
Yeah, later. So we'll take that into consideration. Let's make another poll. I like this poll thing. Yeah, I don't have Bumble anymore. I might start like dating people like that I know that are like my friends. I don't like dating strangers anymore. It sucks.
Yeah, like that person that was messaging you a couple of weeks ago.
Would y'all like a third co-host? Question mark.
Should be great fit. I'd be more calm in the chat. Any chance for Rattle? I guess. So Ghost 8478. If you guys want Rattle on the podcast, shoot him a message. We would,
Dude,
don't bother him.
Tag him.
Don't bother him. Obviously tag him. Don't be respectful. Because that's how we like to be with our guests. I message him. I say like I specifically told him to say like, hey, we're not here to put you on this thing where we're trying to set you up. Like even though you and I had a disagreement, we're not here to set you up. We just want to have like a really good discussion. Because, I wasn't being objective before because the people that we had on the podcast were our friends. But I think it's important to be objective. And I think, even with the, the heavy criticisms I received, it's still criticism. And so, I'm definitely learning from that. Yizzy, have you thought about inviting Poke-san to the podcast? Maybe. No. Yeah. We could have her. Yizzy and I, we talked about having more sellers on the podcast.
I've never thought about it.
That hasn't come up to mind. Maybe.
Would she be a good like as guest? I guess inviting you mean guest, or do you mean like a co-host?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, nobody wants a third co-host? What?
I'm not seeing that. Where's that at?
Yeah, you gotta click the top.
It says, I'm seeing yes at 67%.
It's weird. So it's like, yeah, that we can take that into consideration.
Yeah, I like we're trying to figure out how we could talk about, like what kind of topics we would have with sellers on the platform, because like we've had influential people.
Somebody not like necessarily not seller, maybe like someone that
is overall a seller
before COVID,
kind of like Z&G Emporium maybe. He's a seller, huge seller.
Z&G would be really good. I just want to pick their brain on like, as far as like what did the E4 community used to do beforehand, like the top sellers, not like the 1 percentile, but like the 10 percentile,
Yeah, you have Radar, you have Cool Trainer Ryan, you have Squeaks.
I have a good person in mind, Dan, Old School's partner. Like, because he's not someone like Old School who has abundance amount of money that can make mistakes, When we talk about like, or Jim Mint, where they have abundance amount of money that can make mistakes. I want to like a very calculated seller, who can't afford to be like a Rudy and say, oh, if I mess up on these 20 cases, I throw them in my basement and it doesn't help me at all or hurt me at all. I don't want someone like that.
Right. No, that's actually we should do that. That'd be great. Get Jake from Pokenomics. We've definitely
Jake
entertained
doesn't
getting
like
Jake from
collaborating with
Pokenomics.
people. I feel like I think he stays in his own lane.
No, he definitely collaborates with people. It's only on his channel though.
He's collab with somebody.
He's got like think about all the people he's had. Radar. He's had Coltrane and Ryan on his channel. That's a collab.
He has.
Yeah. Yes. We
Oh,
spoke about this.
Jake. Sorry, I was thinking the other Jake guy. What's his name? He blew up during COVID.
Twice Baked Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi guys. Today we're gonna talk about Pokemon investments.
Dude, that is so spot on. That is so spot on. That was creepy.
Hey. He's Asian. What can I say? Oh, TCA would come on. Yeah.
Rusty
TCA.
would be nice. I like to have him on the podcast.
We can have Polish Rob, my new distributor. We're gonna be called Premier Trading.
We're not
time
here
for
to.
our sponsorships,
We're not
right?
here. We're not here to promo your brand.
Where's
We're
Polish
not
Rob?
here to
Premier
promo
Trading,
your
Rob
brand.
And I are officially.
We're not here
an
to promo your
entity.
brand.
Premier Trading by R&Y Enterprise. We have distribution license, business license, and our
Scalper.
do what?
Scalper.
And our
Oh, you guys have a lot more guests on the podcast compared to other Poke podcasts, so that's like a third host. Yeah, I mean, like myself and Yizzy, we enjoy having other guests on the podcast. I think it kind of keeps it fresh. It kind of gives like a little bit more insight to you guys, when it comes to like what might be going on or who they are. Yeah, Twice Baked Jake is bigger than Tea Time. Oh yeah, 100%.
A lot of people are bigger than Tea Time. What you mean, bruh?
Well, it depends.
Jiv alone, his beard alone is bigger than Poke Tea Time. You know?
I guess.
Yeah. His tent right there that we talk about, where he brings all the ladies to the yard, that's bigger than Poke Tea Time.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, well, when we say bigger, it just depends on from what perspective, right? Like if we're just talking about strictly YouTube, yeah, for sure. But if we want to talk about TikTok or Instagram, those are also different numbers as well.
LOL PNY invite him. I just want to say that
hey, I went on a date Friday.
YouTube video in like 48 days.
I went on a date Friday. That was pretty cool.
Oh, you went on a date Friday?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching Poke Tea Time. Y'all have been awesome. Thank you for participating in the poll. I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. I don't know which one of y'all didn't want a third party, but I want a third co-host because you know what happens when we get a third co-host? This guy gets to take week breaks. Not that I've already been taking week breaks and like not selling cards and not doing anything, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I love to vacation. I love to go out with the homies. You know, Shiv can do his own thing with whoever our co-host is. Hopefully Don Diego, you know what I'm saying? But
or if I want to take a break, or if I want to take a break.
Why are you smirking there, Shiv?
Because if I want to take a break, then Yizzy has to take over.
Oh yeah, take a break. Yeah. Then I'll do it with whoever our third co-host is. Whether it be what are some options?
I don't know. Like that's.
Oh, you only asked Don Diego. Okay, so like either it's gonna be Don Diego or Don Diego.
No. Like I kind of want to open it up to like who people believe would be a great fit for us.
That's a good question for the people, for our 26 people that come in every week. I appreciate y'all. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's talking about
Alex gets it.
I don't know our numbers yet. We just got accepted today. Like literally, we were presented with a representative from Alliance, and we just got his number, so we'll be in talks with him this coming week. We're gonna push a card. It's gonna call Premier Trading, and it's gonna be, you know, like the fresh attire that I always wear. I'm gonna start a clothing line with it. You know, we're gonna be a fresh clothing line. And
Fat Man, the reason why we wanted to get a third podcast is because like there's a lot of there's just one. There's not a lot of time in the day. And often at times having like that third having a third person, having a different perspective.
I don't really think, for me it's not the time. I think it's, for me it's not the time. It's like I like the vibe between three people, you know? There's more insight towards what's going on. Especially you and we come from different sides of the Pokemon hobby.
Yeah.
Like the lens that we see it through as
Yeah.
males, or if it's a
Yeah.
woman, it would be a female.
Yeah.
I'm heavily on the selling side. You're heavily on the collecting side or the toy side. Maybe something to just have a different perspective overall.
Yeah. Yeah. I think having that there would be awesome. And the thing is
I
that
think
we've been entertaining this for a while now.
Yeah, and it's not something that like so we can take a break. That's
No,
like
no, no, no.
literally the bottom of the list. That's absolutely the bottom of the list.
Yeah, it's more so. It's
Yeah.
more so like we just want to have that extra added layer. Like as this podcast grows, we want to keep things fresh and we want to keep things, always new. And I think at the end of the day, like, for me, I'm always hearing, we always hear my perspective on things. We always hear Yizzy's perspective on things, and obviously,
When I'm allowed to talk.
the vast majority of the people that are in this chat are probably mostly male. It'd be good to have a third.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's much safer to ride a trike than it is to ride a bicycle. So
That was so stupid, Shiv. Don't ever say that again.
hey, I mean you get it.
No, I'm just messing with you. That was a good one. I like it. That was a good one. I really did like it. I know I sound sarcastic, but that was pretty good.
You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking about doing more anime based content too. Like probably make like a different TikTok and just make anime based TikTok.
This dude said it with a conviction. Guys, sometimes it's easier to ride a tricycle than a bicycle. Like you said it with like conviction, dude. Like
'Cause it
I
is.
believed you. I was like, heck yeah, I'm about to go buy me a tricycle right now.
'Cause it is.
Bro, I'm done. Okay.
It's true,
Anyways,
though.
let's close it out, man. I'm hungry. I'm gonna get some food.
Oh, I ate an ass load today.
Yeah, you did. What's her name? Just kidding. It's too late for this.
I mean,
Guys, you know how we always close out? We sips up, deuces, and we're out. I hope everybody in the chat will do it with us. There's no proof, but if y'all do it,
yo,
our
Yizzy, the
OGs,
same P, dog.
you know what's up.
The same P.
Ready? Shiv?
The same P.
I'm gonna do it without you in about 3 seconds. So get your little cup ready so we can deuces up. And I can go eat. Premier Trading. Get ready, guys. All y'all.
We have to talk about our sponsors.
I hope y'all sign up for our newsletter. I hope y'all are signed up at our Discord. It's gonna.
Let's talk about our sponsors. So our sponsors. TCG
Are we even
Stadium.
sponsored anymore, Jeff?
Dude, I don't even know, man. At this point, we're kind of just doing free
Let's
work.
not talk about that. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. All right.
Our
TCG
Stadium.
Our TCG Stadium. They are based off Nashville. They sell products just like Premier Trading coming up. But as for now, if you can't get it from Premier Stadium, I think Premier Trading, TCG Stadium is the way to go. They have pre-orders up right now for Brilliant Stars. So if you want to secure some products, go over there. Sometimes they have stuff that I'm like, is that even there? Like, I didn't know that was there. They have Roblox. They have like products. Go there, man. I don't think they're like the top of the totem pole. They're like kind of mid tier. So you know you're going to get products. And our other sponsorship is the Pokemon Network, the place where you can find any vintage item of your need. They can literally source you out anything. Anything from the vintage side to even modern, to products, to cases, to cards. I think they had a complete Team Rocket set, EX Team Rocket returns of PSA 10s. Like, if you don't know how rare that is, then you're missing out. But they have a whole set of it, a complete set of it. So if they can get that, they can almost get anything. Ken Lee, I appreciate you, brother, for sponsoring us. TCG Stadium, UL, Jimmy, Kindsa. Other than that, Double Infinity, Julie, they just came out with their logo, so we do need to reach back out to them.
No, I've reached back out to them. I'm waiting on getting an email from Julie just to get it. We don't have mugs yet, guys. We're poor. We can only afford cards.
Yeah, guys, I'm just like, we'll get it out, guys. This is ridiculous. I know we promised mugs like literally last year, and we haven't gotten that. That's on us.
Dude, we don't even show our mugs anymore. The ones that Jeff the Ref made us.
Oh, is he in here?
I don't know, but shout out to Jeff
Is
the Ref.
Jeff the Ref still in here? He's not. Wow, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in you, Jeff.
I'm not. He's the homie.
No, he is for sure. Let's go.
Yizzy ain't P, guys. Remember that.
Sips up. Deuces.
Can someone clip up that whole segment where we're talking about pushing P?
We're out. Watch the viewers drop, Shiv.
This guy, he always does this. He always thinks that, the viewers will drop when he leaves. Well, guess what? It ain't happening. You do this every single week. And it doesn't make you look good. Remember that time where he thought that the actual stream was over with and he just got up and started walking away? And I was like, bro, we're still on stream. This guy always does this. All right, guys. We're going to see you guys on the flippity flop. Thank you for joining the podcast. We'll see you guys next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's pretty much it. Sips up, deuces. Sips up, deuces, and we're out.